The Fantasy Footballer Studio is sponsored by Walmart. Welcome to the Fantasy Footballers Podcast with your hosts, Andy Holloway, Jason Moore, and Mike Wright.
Welcome in. Tuesday, September 30th. On the edge of October, Jason. How are you today?
Doing great. Doing great.
Oh, you're back?
I am back. I'm a happy boy.
Someone got a little sleepy. That shirt is so similar to the shirt you wore yesterday.
Is it?
It's so close.
I think yesterday's was like oranger.
Yeah, it was. It was a little more salmon.
It's not the same shirt,
no,
I promise.
For a moment, I thought maybe you slept here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, all that talk of your family not wanting to be around you after the weekend, I thought maybe you slept here and just wore the same clothes. And
no.
Have they forgiven you?
I showered.
Really?
I haven't.
We do have a
to
shower
them.
here, though, so you can just.
You were right. I didn't say where.
Did the shower wash away all the pain?
Yeah. I mean, look, we've all been through this enough. We get the pain, and it lasts for about 24 hours. And then you go, I'm ready to get hurt again. Let's play fantasy football.
Yeah. How long was that shower?
35 minutes.
Yeah, right. Yeah, okay. Little shower
little,
cry.
little
let
bit
it
of
out.
weeping, but you can't tell.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like tears
That's
in the rain.
yeah, exactly.
We had a Monday Night Football game that resulted in another catastrophic career-ending.
But maybe.
I think career-ending.
It's very, very possible.
It is.
Tyreek
the more
Hill.
details that have come out about it, it looks closer to career. And I don't know how you come back from that at that age because it was.
He will never play for the Dolphins again. That's for sure.
It looked like the official. So if you missed it, Tyreek Hill, knee dislocation. It looked.
Oh, if you missed it, they just showed you the replay. So don't
it
worry.
was very strange.
Don't worry about that. They just showed it to you.
I thought the NFL moved to a policy where it's like if it's bad, we just don't show it anymore. And if you want to go see it, there's easy ways that you can go find that on social media.
Maybe
if you want to see it.
Maybe if you've been arrested a certain amount of times, they show it. I'm not sure.
Yeah, well, the foot went the wrong direction.
It looked a lot like the Lattimore, the kid from, if you remember that, the run. He was going to be a running back superstar.
Yep.
And then his knee just went everything shredded.
He's done. And Tyreek, already older, already wasn't happy with the Dolphins. Like the biggest rumor this season around Tyreek was around him being traded at the trade deadline to maybe the Chiefs, going back home to Kansas City. That's not going to happen. He was knocked out of the game. HN was incredible. I have to find this drop. Hold on, let me dust it off.
Oh, we are so back.
We are
so back.
We're actually back with Darren Waller in a way that you wouldn't have expected, but 2 touchdowns and now no Tyreek.
Yeah, it's the Tyreek thing. The 2 touchdowns, you can't really chase that against what seems like just a terrible Jets defense. But with Tyreek gone, they need someone else to step up. So on today's waiver episode, whether that's Malik Washington, Darren Waller, there will be targets necessary to this offense.
He only ran 10 routes. He was targeted on 28% of them. I almost sent a message in our Slack, but I was like, I'm too ashamed to say this. On that very first catch where he ran the crossing route, I was like, dude, he looked fast. Like that looked like Darren Waller.
Yeah, I mean
the ramp up.
In the
we did it.
Landscape of tight ends, I would have absolutely been chasing the 2 touchdowns for Darren Waller regardless of the Tyreek injury. Because this team used the tight end position to such success last year with and if it was the first game, the snap counts, the opportunities, they're going up. It's incredible that the ramp up led to production immediately, but
28% of snaps, that was it. The number 2 tight end on the week.
That's why I would have been like, think about all the kind of middle of the road 5 point a week type of guys that we have out there right now, like Njoku and Hawkinson and Laporta, and these guys are not providing the level of upside potential. Like you look at Laporta and you're like, okay, this guy was number 1 before. But we've also seen a year and a half of what this offense looks like. We know about Gibbs and Montgomery and Amon-Ra and Jameson Williams and company. Like, there's an opportunity in front of Waller to be a primary target. It's not like Waddle stays healthy or has been able to take advantage of Tyreek being out necessarily. So,
I mean,
I don't know. I'm all the way bought in.
Do they go full Jonnu here?
I mean, I would be targeting him.
I don't
know. Has to change.
I don't know that you can go full Jonnu with 100 reception type of numbers just because he's 33 years old. However, he will spry. I'm with you guys. I'm bought in. He's probably my number one waiver claim. Definitely at the tight end position.
Yeah. At tight end, there's a running back who's
sure
at the top.
Yeah.
Justin Fields played quarterback for the New York Jets and put up ridiculously good fantasy numbers on a night in which the Jets are terrible.
They're so bad.
They're Jets,
so bad.
Titans. I mean, the Saints make both those teams look way worse.
Many awful mistakes that are just like
constant.
These are beginner mistakes that you're making over and over and over at the line of these false starts, not getting plays in time. It was so frustrating.
What's
to
the
watch.
Breece Hall quote that we have?
Yeah,
can we look that up?
Yeah.
It's a great quote.
You really feel Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson have been beaten down.
Yeah,
over years. They just all they know is losing.
Breece Hall. You got it, Jay?
Yeah. Okay. He said it's the same thing basically over and over. Teams shoot themselves in the foot, and then we come back and shoot ourselves in the head. Which is what's like that first drive for them when they ran the ball down their throat over and over and then fumble at the goal line is like that's the Jets.
So Braylon Allen got knocked out of the game, got the fumble, and then got injured.
Mm-hmm.
Breece Hall had a productive day, 5 for 30 in the passing game, 14 for 81 on the ground, had some bigger runs. Justin Fields,
the huge
touchdown pass on the last drive.
Well, the huge touchdown run first,
which was awesome.
It was awesome. I mean, that was vintage Chicago Bears Fields. This was on the Jets, a horrifically called play, not blocked well.
He saved it. Yeah.
Justin Fields just happened to be faster than everybody. And then we did have a Garrett Wilson touchdown that was called back. I'm a Garrett Wilson apologist, so I thought it was soft. What did you guys think of the OPI?
I thought it was PI, and you can't do that in
Okay.
front of a referee, like right in front of a referee. So I leaned that direction. People get away with it a lot of the time, and he's smaller, so I expect him to.
That's all it was. It's like it was PI. It should have been called, but you do see people get away with it sometimes, and so Could he have gotten away with it? Sure, but it was OPI. It was like there was a reason he was that open.
Well, one thing that was really funny is in our prize picks competition on last Friday, I had Garrett Wilson at 65.5
yards. You lost.
And he scored the touchdown on the final drive, and that put him at 65 on the dot.
Oh.
So I thought he'd be coming in here, and maybe I'd be the shame. We didn't know.
Game was over. You had a chance to get the onside kick. They didn't get it.
Yeah, they had 2 seconds left. Final play. He ends up with 82 yards because of the single lateral play. But which, by the way, we ended up 11 for 12 on those.
Woo!
Yeah, so that was a good week.
Good job, boys.
Who missed one?
I did.
It wasn't me.
No.
I did.
But Mason
Shame.
5 catches at tight end. Go ahead, Mike.
Oh, meow.
Thank you.
I mean, I saw those catches.
5
They
for
were
65.
meow-less.
Oh my gosh.
He did fall to the air at one point.
Very productive. 27 yards.
He's like crawling towards the first. Like, please give me the first meow. Just a little kitty cat. Save me. I need some milk.
I mean, he had a good day.
He did. And he's on the waivers he's whatever.
I have decided what should have happened last night because the Broncos manhandled the Bengals in every which way, 28-3. So we had 2 games, 27-21 Dolphins, 28-3 Broncos over the Bengals. The Bengals and the Jets should have played on ESPN 7, and then the other game should have been Dolphins Broncos. That would have been more entertaining. But great day for Bo Nix. Great day for J.K. Dobbins. You saw R.J. Harvey heavily involved. Cortland Sutton scored. R.J. Harvey had the touchdown too. I mean, this was when you looked at the rookie running back impact of the week, and I don't know where Harvey ended up.
Oh, you had to have a.
But I'm guessing inside the top 20.
He should be
running backs.
He's just shy of 100 total yards and a score.
13 running back 13 on the week.
So that means that just for those tracking at home that were disappointed in the rookie running backs.
Yeah, first couple weeks, it looked bad. We said, pump the brakes. Don't worry. Hold on.
Number 1 the week, Genty. Number 5, Marks. Number 7, Hampton. Number 11, Judkins. Number 13, Harvey. Number 17, Scattaboo. Number 25, Travion Henderson.
Oh, come on, Hendo.
That's
getting that 24.
That's 7 rookie running backs in the top 25.
The Harvey utilization at the beginning of the game was very encouraging.
Yeah, you were asking if the change was happening.
Yeah, and then Dobbins, as soon as I said anything, Dobbins comes in and he's just wrecking the Bengals. But it wasn't like Harvey's utilization wasn't just a product of a blowout where they're getting the rook opportunities at the end. He was involved at the beginning.
I will say that is true, but they also gave him everything once Dobbins had his 100 yards, and then it was Harvey at the end of the game getting a lot of extra work.
Yeah. But I'm saying that it did seem like the plan had the game been competitive, both of them would have remained active.
And every play that R.J. Harvey touched the ball was an offensive flag.
There was that too.
Early on, someone made a joke in Slack of like, R.J. Harvey keeps making big plays that get called back, and then it happened like 3 more times.
Mm-hmm.
How lifeless, hapless, and futile is the Cincinnati offensive line? Chase Brown, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase 5 for 23, T. Higgins 3 for 32, Chase Brown 10 for 40.
Yeah, I mean this is an offensive line problem. I don't even think it's a Jake Browning problem. Jake Browning can get it done in the right matchup, and he will later on this season. We brought it up last week before.
But when?
Well, it'll be about a month.
Who's going to get it done?
Jake Browning. The truth is, it's going to be a month from now. We talked about it before this week. The fact that they had Minnesota, Denver, Detroit Lions, Green Bay Packers. Like, you've got 2 more weeks of absolute massacre. I don't know if I've ever, in the time we've been doing this professionally over a decade, seen an offensive line worse than what the Bengals like. There was one play that you shared at Slack where
Broncos rushed only 3.
They rushed 3
Bengals
dudes.
used 4 players to block 1
Mind
guy.
you, yeah, they had 5 offensive linemen and a running back available to block 3 guys.
And 2 of them came untouched, completely untouched, and smooshed Browning right in the middle.
And 4 of them tried to block 1 guy.
Yeah. Oh, they did. They successfully blocked that dude.
But I would not – I don't know if I have the approach that is going to be way better.
Yeah, I mean,
because that offensive line, like you said, I'm looking at this. New England's a pretty good defense. So you're talking about Detroit through New England. That's week 12. Your fantasy playoffs are starting in week 15.
I think against Pitt, the Jets, and Chicago.
The Pitt's off defensive line is outrageously good, and they play him twice.
I think that he can still be competent in that game.
Well, I'll be on the side of not believing in Jake Browning in this situation.
So what are you doing with Jamar Chase?
I mean, weeping and gnashing of teeth.
Are you bailing out?
Should you try to trade him?
Probably.
Someone still will trade for Jamar Chase.
Look, it's worse for Chase than it is for A.J. Brown. That's what I believe that. So, Jamar Chase is going to get targets. I mean, he had 8 in this game. He's going to score sometimes. He's going to be fine. But if you had to put your house on whether Jamar Chase has a top 12 wide receiver ranking the rest of season from here on, that he's top 12.
Oh, I would never.
Would you put your house on it?
The entirety of the rest of the weeks, rest of the season.
The rest of the season.
No way.
So what is this? Week 5 on.
No way is he.
Okay, would you put your house on top 15?
No, probably top 24. He's basically a wide receiver.
Then that's a trade. If Jamar Chase can be traded for something better than top 24.
Would you trade Jamar Chase for Quentin Johnston?
Hit the outro.
Oh man, that is an unbelievable.
You know what?
Name.
You should.
But you got to get more than that because no, I'm not saying. Here's the thing: we see this in the NFL draft when people they get their guy, they reach for him, and we talk about it in draft season, right? Like, I want this guy. Well, that doesn't mean take them 5 rounds ahead of their ADP. You can still get better value than that. Take them 1 round ahead of their ADP and grab 4 of their better guys. If you're trading Jamar Chase for Quentin Johnston, even if Quentin Johnston is better rest of season than Jamar Chase, you're going to be. I think you'll get more than.
The problem is you might be right. You might be able to get more. I don't think you will in a lot of leagues because it's like the mystery is now gone with the Jake Browning situation. Is this 3 straight duds for Jamar Chase, or 2 straight?
He was great week 2, which was like some Burrow, some Browning.
I mean, this was a primetime game.
I do like some Burrow.
I don't know if you sent
some Burrows.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
delicious.
That place is great.
I don't know if you sent that trade through. I'm not sure everybody takes it.
That's what I mean. Of like, the Quentin Johnston managers probably going to push back and say,
"Are you kidding me?
Maybe I'll do this 1-for-1."
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. If you came down to it, would you 1-for-1?
I think there are. Would you go to Teterow and McMillan?
That's a troubled situation too, with high targets, low production. So
Cortland Sutton?
Sutton, I would.
Oh gosh,
I'd take Sutton. I'm looking at my rest of season rankings right now. I'm like, I don't. How far down do you move? Do you move him? Because with Detroit and Green Bay next. Like when you're saying will he be a top 15 from here on out? It's like I think you'll probably get 1 or 2 of those Jamar Chase games where his average explodes because he goes for 120 and 2. It just, a broken defensive play here turns into a massive score for Jamar Chase, but consistency and longevity, you might have to make a very unfortunate and disgusting decision.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time just even having this conversation.
Yeah, because there's no real easy answer or path. You got to look inside.
Yeah, I mean,
and ask what you're willing to do.
Look, Jake Browning has put up 5.9 and 5.4 fantasy points at the quarterback position.
Yeah, I mean, it is not his fault. I don't think. I mean,
his
obviously,
yards per attempt is 5.
Yeah,
that's not good.
The ball is snapped. He is under pressure. They have no run game to even dream of taking pressure off of it. If you're playing against a good defense, you can't do anything. And at that point,
you almost can't start Chase Brown.
I was just going
to
say, I feel like T. Higgins and Chase Brown are like they should be streaming options, like not streaming off of waivers, but these should be guys where you're looking and saying, oh, bad matchup, tough defense. I'm going to throw Michael Pittman in, over Jamar Chase. Like at the end, the only thing that matters is that you score more fantasy points than your opponent.
Man, yeah, what a difficult one. Didn't think we'd be deep diving the Chase decision, but it's one on people's minds.
Yep, it's the 101.
It's the 101. Which last year's 101
was it Reek?
Christian McCaffrey?
Yeah.
Was he?
Yeah. Well, no, I guess McCaffrey was probably, yeah. I mean,
I think
he was the 101.
The injury happened, so he got knocked down.
And then Tyreek Hill was the number 1 wide receiver.
Right.
Yeah.
CMC didn't get knocked down a little bit with the preseason. Preseason injury.
No, everybody was still saying he's totally going to be fine. He's totally going to. Don't worry, guys. He's good for week 1.
Yeah, the lying liar face coach said he was going to be good.
What's his name again?
lying liar face.
Yeah, McCaffrey, Tyreek, CeeDee, Jefferson, Bijan last year. All right, let's talk some news.
News and notes from around the league, presented by Progressive Insurance.
Lamar Jackson, the hamstring, up in the air for week 5. John Harbaugh had come out and said there was no way he could have returned to the loss, so this seems like a real injury and a real issue. And, Lamar coming back doesn't mean he's back with the ability to run the same, even when he does get back, so adjusted to expectations.
They have a bye week. They've got 2 games and then a bye week. So if they sit him out 2, they get him out 3.
Yeah, and they can't afford it.
I know. They
can't afford to lose him.
I mean, this
Cooper
week
Rush,
they're going to play against
Cooper Rush experience.
The Houston Texans, and that could end
Cooper
up
Rush
being,
can beat the Texans.
Absolutely, he could. It could be a competitive game though with the losses that Baltimore had on their defense.
It's in Houston too, right?
That is not in Houston. That is in Baltimore, and then the Rams the following week is going to be
cannot beat the Rams.
Correct.
At least they're at home a couple games in a row then. Yeah. All right, we've got more injury news. Terry McLaurin trending in the right direction for this upcoming week. Cedric Tillman will miss, quote, weeks after suffering a hamstring injury. Todd Bowles said Bucky Irving is going to undergo an MRI.
Yeah, this one popped up yesterday, like midday, seemingly out of nowhere, because I don't recall seeing anything in the game where, Bucky Irving was fantastic.
I saw the play.
People started speculating, say, hey, was this the play that he got hurt? And it was after that play, he still dominated. So that's why it's so weird. But he is getting an MRI and affects waivers in a big, big way.
I don't see any news in here about Trey Benson. Do we have an update on Trey Benson of the Cardinals?
The Trey Benson one is it's hard to know because it was a Monday bonus practice.
Bonus.
I imagine because they need it real bad.
They played on Thursday.
He's like, hey, we're not taking Monday off. We're coming in and we're going to work. But Trey Benson was not at that bonus practice, so we will have to speculate on what that. We should have more news today, hopefully, before waivers go through, because DeMarcado then next man up.
So for the Bucky situation, Sean Tucker, Rashad White,
Cardinals,
Amari DeMarcado, 21-day windows to come off IR. Tajay Spears for the Titans. Taysom Hill for the Saints. Joe Mixon, the news is the same. It's the news that there'll be more news later.
Yeah, he will not be activated yet. Like, he is eligible now to be activated, and the news is no. So, I mean,
which is a 21-day window. So they're saying he's not within 21 days of return.
Correct.
It feels like he's not going to play football this year.
Yeah, I'm putting that odds under 10%.
I feel like that was a double negative.
Putting those odds at under 10%?
Yeah, that he's not going to play, so he is going to play. So he's 90% he's going to play? Because I don't think that's what
Jason's saying. You put the odds that he's going to play at under 10%.
That he's not going to play.
No, I put the odds that he – yeah, all right.
Jason Moore correcting us on our English is uncharted
waters.
waters.
You wonder if he's right.
Yeah.
Right.
Usually not.
Ricky Pearsall.
I still don't know.
I'm not sure what I said, and I'm not even going to debate it. Sure. Juwan Jennings, Brock Purdy all did not practice on the Monday practice.
The estimated because they play Thursday.
But, yeah, that's all I have.
Not great.
You guys got updates back there? Anything new?
No, sir.
All right, that was News and Notes sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Quote today at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. We'll take a break. We'll hit the waiver wire. Foot Clan, the season. Look, it's underway, Al. The season is underway. You got those rankings, those sleepers. You got the can't-miss picks. We've got it all laid out on the line. I don't know if you're ready for that, but the best fantasy team out there, we still need a backup because sometimes the starters, they don't show up. We know this. Wouldn't it be great if you could have the same peace of mind everywhere else? With Progressive, you get more than just a policy. You get a playbook full of coverage options that you can count on for your home and for your auto. Want to customize that protection? Not a problem. You can build your coverage just like you build your fantasy team, making sure that you have the right players in every position and backup when you need it the most. And when life throws an audible like a fumble in the driveway or a hailstorm at home, well, Progressive is there with 24/7 support. Don't get caught without a great backup. Visit Progressive.com to quote today. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers not available in all states or situations. Coverage subject to policy terms, limits, and conditions. All right, we're going into our first week with bye weeks. So more needs than just the injuries. Sit the waiver wire.
The Waiver Wire, presented by Walmart.
All right, we have the Falcons, Bears, Packers, and Steelers all going on the bye in week 5. So some pretty big players. I mean, no Bijan, no Josh Jacobs. Jaylen Warren gets another week to calm it down. Kenny Gainwell can watch the tape of himself dominating. No Rome Odunze. No Caleb. All right, starting at the running back position, Woody Marks is the story of the week.
He absolutely is.
And, the quotes coming out from their head coach, it was like amazing to see what he did. Curious if he can handle more type of thing. That was the language.
That is what you want to hear.
24 hours take off the edge of
No, I'm cool. If you are unaware, listening, Andy and I made a this weekend trade 1-for-1, Travis Hunter for Woody Marks. Andy received Woody Marks, and it went well for that. But the nice thing is,
Travis were Hunter
we play each other this week, so you will play against Woody Marks.
Fantastic.
The good news is, if Travis Hunter were on the waivers, you'd probably pick him up.
I probably would.
You're probably
right.
would.
I probably would. We would talk about him on this episode for sure.
To like stash and see if
we're going to get into the. I guarantee you, Travis Hunter's on the drop candidates list for wide receiver
for sure. So the cool thing about Woody Marks, like, we're going to talk about a lot of other options like Rachaad White and Sean Tucker, about the possible injuries of other situations. Woody Marks did not have Nick Chubb go down. He played his way in, and if you look at his snap counts, his utilization, he's getting more and more involved. For a rookie, that's exactly what you hope for. Chubb has not been special by any means, so you do think, okay, Marks is going to get the ball more, and he is a very, very capable pass catcher. He had 5 targets in this game. They need that with their bad offensive line play. The checkdowns from C.J. Stroud, he hasn't really had those with Nick Chubb. He has them with Woody Marks. So this is a guy who this last week was a top 10 running back. He's going to get more involved and looks pretty good on the field. What kind of fab are you dropping?
If Woody Marks is out there and I have any sort of need at the running back position, I'd probably go 50% of fab.
Yeah, I mean, this is a very aggressive ad.
The injury situations, we may not have clarity, but you might want to put them on your roster. It's just a matter of how much you're willing to spend. We did get a small update from Jonathan Gannon saying day by day when asked about Trey Benson not practicing, and there was another quote on the Burns and Gambo show talking about today's an extra day, so we had a bunch of guys not out there for different reasons. When you put Rachaad White, Sean Tucker, Amari DiMarcado, when you look at those injury situations, let's just start with Tampa. I tend to believe that, Rachaad White is rostered in a lot of leagues. Sean Tucker, 2%. Rachaad White, 45%. I think Tucker would be the big beneficiary and get a lot of work if Buck Irving was out. Rachaad White is going to catch the passes. But I do think Sean Tucker would get a ton of between the tackle work.
That's interesting. So where is he on? Because with the way that the rest of the running backs are that we're going to talk about, no one is truly a priority ad other than Woody Marks. So Rachaad White, because of the situation and the unknown, he's my number 2 guy that I'm going after at the running back position. Do you have Sean Tucker up there next to Rachaad White?
Jason, you doing all right?
I am not, and I don't know what Mike said.
You're having a moment here?
Dude, what just happened?
I'm so pissed.
What's wrong, guys?
Oh my gosh. So here,
I don't even have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Jason,
so
this is real life. Already we got mad Jason yesterday. We had about 26 minutes of healthy Jason, and it's over.
Before the show, we were talking about Malik Neighbors and the injury, and that he was put on the trading block because we're in a keeper league in our league of record. And I basically looked to Andy. Andy's team is kind of out of it. He's not.
You gave him advice. He used the advice, and now you are mad.
No. I gave him advice. I said, I'm surprised you don't have Malik Neighbors because, honestly, I figured he would go after him.
For keepers.
For a keeper situation, all of that.
Yeah, now I did it.
That's fine. But you gave up nothing. You gave up a 4th-round pick in a 3-round keeper league. So you gave up a 7th-round pick.
Oh, I see a lot of people shaking their head in Deucer's Alley.
Okay, before...
Oh, you're mad back there, Al.
Jeremy, what happened before this trade went through?
I had texted you and said, I hate that you turned Andy on to Malik because he wasn't on his radar, and I was planning on targeting him.
Wait, that was before I got the trade done?
Yes.
After,
yes.
After I said that to you, he texts me that. Then 20 minutes later, you've got him for a 4th-rounder. Why do you – last year, you were able to trade Amari Cooper for Jamar Chase. Why do you get the – okay, give me a break. Give me a break.
Second day in a row I get called an idiot here on the show.
There were other pieces. I'm just saying that is exceptional value.
Does it help you? Would it comfort you at all to know that I offered a 5th and he countered with a 4th?
Disgusting. I am so sorry, Jeremy. And
he's leaving.
To my league.
Al Borland is out of here.
He's gone. He is left.
He's saying good peace.
Deuces.
Deuces. All right, he's done. He's actually yeah.
He
slammed the door. He slammed the door. I'm sorry. We were talking about some waiver players.
Mike was talking about Sean Tucker.
We will
White.
rewind. I'm saying the way that the running back position looks right now, Woody Marks is a must-add top priority. But the other guys, Ollie Gordon, Kendre Miller, it's just you should add these guys, but because of the situation and what Rachaad White would be, should Bucky Irving miss time, and it's kind of making a decision right now of almost buying low on Rachaad White off of the waiver wire, because if news comes out tomorrow, like, oh, Bucky's MRI came back, it's not good, he's going to miss 2 weeks. Well, then if that news
Rachaad White would be picked up ahead of Woody Marks.
If that news comes out today, then the Rachaad White news is he's going to skyrocket in value. But Andy was saying he's into Sean Tucker. So is Sean Tucker up there at just like your number 2 or number 3 priority running back?
I just think you can get him for almost nothing. I think that everyone else, if Rachaad White is available, they'll scrape and claw for Rachaad White. And I think Sean Tucker has just as good of a chance to have a productive fantasy day. But for like maybe $1 of fab, $2 of fab, not now that I said it in our league.
Just price puts you to Sean Tucker, because head to head you'd want Rachaad White.
If I had them both on my roster to start one, I'd start Rachaad White.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But price wise and availability, right? Like he's not there in a lot of competitive leagues. That's why Tucker's interesting. I want to bring up a name though, Mike, that I think is the maybe future Woody Marks of the situation today,
okay.
And I want to see if you agree, because you were the whisperer of the.
We've been doing all right.
Tucking away the backup running backs. The snap counts and production have been going up. Kendre Miller.
Okay.
Kendre Miller of the Saints. You have a running back in Alvin Kamara that is getting older, that has been hurt, got hurt to end last year. Kendre Miller, 11 for 65 and a touchdown against Buffalo.
Looked pretty good.
He looked okay. Like I think if you're stashing running backs, he probably belongs on your roster.
Yeah, I would. I'm going to go.
Or do you have a name that you'd rather highlight?
No. I wanted to, because I'm in agreement that the way that the running backs are looking, that Kendre Miller is, he's a guy. He's at number 6. I might bump him up. Ollie Gordon didn't really.
Achan's playing so well.
Yeah, Ollie Gordon didn't really impress last night. I was hopeful he would be able to do something against the Jets. It makes so much sense for the New Orleans Saints to work Kendre Miller in, and not just, I'm talking the team. Like, why, if Kamara is any part of your future, which I believe he just got some sort of extension recently, right? I think he's on the team.
Yeah, Kamara's still a couple years.
This season is torched. Why would you burn out? This isn't like, oh, we're going to use up a running back because he's not on our roster next year. No, he's a part of your plan. Why would you burn him to the ground and not see if Kendre Miller can actually do something? Kendre Miller is free from the shackles of Dennis Allen, who just hated him. And
he's actually healthy, which
I
is
get the frustration, because
Kendre
Miller was always hurt. But we've seen multiple flashes from Kendre Miller that he has juice. He was a prospect I loved coming out of TCU. He was hurt
capable,
when he was drafted.
He can catch the football.
Yeah, so I'm with you that Kendre Miller is a lower cost player that I would like to get on my bench and see what happens over the Giants and the Patriots.
Would you rather have
Chicago next?
Kendre Miller. So
he's interesting.
One guy who I think is pretty similar, but he's much lower in our rankings. Blake Corum has looked pretty good.
Sure.
Has been getting more and more involved, is eating into the Kyron Williams workload. I don't think either Kendre Miller or Blake Corum is really going to be someone you want to start while the other two are while the starters are healthy.
Yeah.
But if both starters went down, we would much rather have Blake Corum than we would Kendre Miller, just because of the offense, the Rams, quarterback. So I think he is one of those. He's still available in 70% of leagues, and as an insurance running back option, he's like near the S-class tier of the insurance.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. I am curious. One of the funniest situations this week to me in the waiver wires is, like, Kenneth Gainwell had the monster week. He's going on bye. I think you can, like, if you have him, you could probably even
drop him.
You could probably drop him to get somebody.
It's really crazy.
It's a
tough.
weird one, right?
We didn't have him on our rankings at first for our waiver wire because he's going on bye, and then Jaylen Warren, the starter, will be there. So I mean, he should be rostered as an insurance option. We just saw that he was good in that role, but you don't really need an insurance back on bye, and so people are going to spend on Gainwell. Like in every league, there will be money dropped on Gainwell if he's available. I don't think our recommendation is that it should be yours. Save your money.
I think you can add him. I wouldn't be dropping huge amounts of fab because I presume that Jaylen Warren, once the bye week is done, he will be healthy. But
yeah, he was close to playing.
That's what it sounded like, and then he was inactive. We don't have a ton of news on what the injury even is and how substantial it is. So if I had Gainwell, I mean, like for Woody Marks or Rashad White, maybe DeMarcado. Otherwise, I would just leave Gainwell.
He's not a must drop by any means, but if there are bigger names that are available that you could roster that could help you now, it would be worth it. And we have a lot more names at the running back position on the website. So if if all these guys are taken in your league and you want deeper options, go to the Fantasy Footballers. We've got a free rankings tool for waivers. We've got one where if you are part of the Foot Clan, it can look at your league and tell you who's available, and that's getting a
it already did.
Upgrade.
Already got an upgrade. So
sweet.
yeah, we actually have rest of season rankings that are brand new to the Foot Clan, the Foot Clan perks, and then we have an updated waiver wire tool where we've made it so that it will flag any high value players that aren't in our waivers list. So your leagues are going to have a little more specific information in them. So those of you already in there, check it out. Those that aren't, jointhefoot.com.
There's nothing worse when waivers run and you're like, that dude was on you miss the guy.
Yep,
and you're like, I wish. Now you can't miss him. Footclan.com.
All right. You can check those out. Drop candidates, Isaiah Pacheco. He's right on the edge, but I probably wouldn't drop a running back personally, but maybe. I think
Kareem
Chase
Hunt is high on my list of if you need someone for right now, you can add him and play him.
I mean, Pacheco, Chase Brown, those are people are frustrated.
I'm not dropping Chase Brown.
Nick Chubb, would you drop Nick Chubb?
I would not drop Nick Chubb
Probably
after
not,
1 week.
But if you had to drop him for Woody Marks, I would.
Yeah.
If that's what you had
I would
to
drop
do.
Pacheco for Kareem Hunt, like Mike said.
Oh, man.
If I had to have one.
Wide receivers, what do we do in the absence of my new keeper, Malik Neighbors?
Well, there are...
It hurts because, Jason, it would happen all because of you.
It happened because of me, and I probably today would have gone and made some offers.
Yeah, you just
But I can't believe he just unloaded him. He could have got, I promise you, half the league would have, maybe not half, but a quarter of the league would have given more than that. And he could have gotten more, but you came in first.
Took a shot.
You came in first because of me.
Because of you, yeah. You're why I have Woody Marks, too.
Well,
Yeah.
I credit you for that.
Okay, yeah, I did take a shot.
Hey,
Yeah,
you stop helping Andy.
It is my job to help people in fantasy football, Mike.
For the Giants,
Yes, it's Slayton.
I think it's an interesting discussion of Darius Slayton and Wan'Dale Robinson. Robinson had that one boom game, so he is still rostered in over 64% of leagues. But it was just that one game this past week with Jackson Dart. He was 3 for 14. It was same old Wan'Dale, and Darius Slayton on the evening he ended up, let me pull it up, 3 for 44. I think I want Slayton over Robinson.
It's really tough. Darius Slayton will probably be cheaper. I don't think people are going to go too hard after him. Wan'Dale, if you're in a PPR league, I still think will have more targets, more receptions. They're usually more hollow, short area yardage. That's like his thing he's done for his entire career, minus a game or two. So yeah, if you want the upside of, hey, someone is really helpful for fantasy, it's probably going to be Slayton over Wan'Dale. But if you're in a deep, full PPR league, that's where Wan'Dale would be better. But Wan'Dale's also already rostered in majority leagues.
Darius Slayton he keeps doing this. It's like a bad penny.
What's
Like the Giants can't. They've wanted to get rid of him.
They
for
gave him an
years.
extension now.
They've wanted him to be rid of Darius Slayton, and he just keeps producing when they need him to.
So fab on those two guys.
Not real aggressive, I don't think.
Would you spend more on Romeo Doubs, or do you? I mean, he's going
Doubs
into
on bye.
He's going into a bye,
but still, long term, I would rather have Romeo Doubs.
Yeah,
that one's tough only because it's like,
you know,
I don't want to take anything away from Romeo Doubs. I completely want to. How do I respect Romeo Doubs but tell you that I don't really buy in? How do I do that?
I think you just did.
Okay.
You said you respect him, but you don't buy in.
Because he had equal opportunities the previous 3 weeks, right? Wasn't valuable in fantasy. This is going to be more the Packers' experience. It's going to be a Kraft week, a Golden week, a Dobbs week, a Wicks week, a Jacobs week.
And I'll tell you what,
that's the frustrating part.
It's not going to usually be a 40-40 game. You know what I mean? Against the Dallas Cowboys on prime time.
So going in to buy like 5 fab for him?
Do you think he is getting the targets because it's easier to see him with that Guardian cap?
That has made me laugh.
Just like, oh, there he is. Just I want to get a bigger and bigger Guardian cap. Just
that's what Savion.
I like Wandale a little bit more personally for what I think. Wandale more than Dobbs and Wandale more than Slayton, because I think what Jackson Dart's going to do in this offense is really pick his spots, use the legs, low passing volume. Don't know how many deep shots yet that we're going to see, and I know Wandale's so capable in the intermediate and short area targets that I feel more confident there.
I think another player that is he's still available in the majority of leagues and is a great pickup. And Mike, you've been saying don't drop this guy, and I believe you were right.
Oh yeah, hit it. I'm still in.
The metrics behind
you're still in?
Yeah, yep. I mean, he had 2 missed humongous opportunities. One was a bad drop. The other, he probably still could have caught it, but it was an underthrown ball. Deep shots, really, really valuable stuff. Take those away, which he didn't have. He had 55 yards on the game. He had 8 targets.
55!
He's currently
who has more targets right now? The number 1 paid Cortland Sutton or Troy Franklin.
I see through your tricks. It's a tie.
It is a tie.
Yeah, 27 each.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Well, Mims had a really big day too.
He did. He did. But I buy more into the Troy Franklin is on the field and will be more of a steady getting those targets. That is if targets matter again.
Lots of drop candidates at wide receiver. By the way, see all of the wide receiver rankings. Don't forget on the waiver rankings on the website, thefantasyfootballers.com. Drop candidates, Calvin Ridley. He has been the wide receiver 60, 56, 78, and 66.
Yeah. And his snaps are going down.
He doesn't look good, and Cam Ward doesn't look good.
No, I would drop him.
Allegedly, he was banged up this past week.
Well, it makes sense because he went 95% of snaps, 86, 87. This last week, 54% of snaps.
Let's flip it on its head. If Calvin Ridley were on the waiver wire, would you have any excitement to go pick him up?
Not excitement. No.
I would.
Yeah.
So my roster right now, which is a 500 roster in our league of record, I would not.
I'd rather have Troy Franklin on my bench than Calvin Ridley.
Sure. I agree.
Other candidates that are out. I mean, Jerry Jeudy, Travis Hunter.
Man,
I mean, people are asking about T. Higgins.
Wow.
T. Higgins has been the wide receiver 59, 27, 92, 62.
T. Higgins did have a 37-yarder that got called back.
Is that because their line held?
Yeah, I'm sure.
That makes so much sense.
I don't remember what the
only way they
could throw 27 yards.
The only way that you can give your quarterback enough time to get the ball downfield is to hold.
I mean, so Jerry Jeudy, Minnesota, Pitt, Miami, Patriots coming up.
I think that's fine. This week is hard, but
I don't think I would drop.
You can't drop someone who's had 8 or more targets in 3 of his 4 games.
I think the targets will be better.
And Tillman is out for multiple weeks.
Oh, that's a great point.
I think we missed one name.
Okay.
One name that it's mostly rostered.
To drop or add?
Just check.
Okay, a peek.
This is where the upgraded waiver wire tool on the site is going to help a lot. Take a peek at Diggs, okay? Look at Stephon Diggs. He had a 100-plus yard game for the first time this season, had 6 receptions. The snap count was the highest of the year. Just take a little peek-see because he's been dropped in some leagues, probably still rostered in 4/5 of your leagues, but
you can have a peek. And we can't move on with Malik Washington for Miami and that situation of what Tyreek Hill done for the season. Malik he was a very interesting prospect. He was buried behind Tyreek and Jalen Waddle. This year, though, he was starting to get on the field more. Do you have any interest there?
I'm concerned about the name because Malik and Tyreek both got hurt. He's another Malik.
I see what you mean.
I'm afraid.
Yeah. Deep. Okay, but if he didn't get hurt,
I think he's a really good player. I think they'll try to utilize him, but I don't know if he's at the tippy top of my list.
No, most of the guys we brought up, I would rather have over him, especially with Darren Waller kind of emerging as a potential other target. You still have Westbrook-Ikhine on the roster as well.
Just 48%.
He's more
of snaps
proven than
last
Malik
night,
Washington,
even though Tyreek was gone for the majority of it. I don't know. I think.
Yeah. At what point did Tyreek get hurt? Tyreek played 41%.
Yeah, I think Malik is a fine cursory ad to see what happens. If you want to see how the offense settles in, that's fine. That doesn't bother me at all. I think it makes sense. So we'll take a break. We'll talk about some tight ends, defenses, and give you our streaming quarterback candidates.
This episode is brought to you by NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV. This season, make sure to subscribe to NFL Sunday Ticket and YouTube TV, where you will get every game, every Sunday, all in one place. NFL Sunday Ticket on YouTube TV gives you everything you need to win Sunday. Watch up to 4 games at once with multi-view, or follow your fantasy team and watch the game on one screen. You can even catch up to live with key plays. Now, get NFL Sunday Ticket month to month and cancel at any time. Go to youtube.com/fantasyfootballers to sign up today. Local and national games on YouTube TV. NFL Sunday Ticket for out-of-market games excludes digital-only games. Base plan required. Renews every month during the 2025 regular season only. Your membership for the following month can be canceled anytime before your renewal date. Terms, restrictions, and embargoes apply. Commercial use excluded. No refunds.
All right. Well, right now Woody Marks is sitting atop most waiver wire lists, but if you
as he should
need a tight end, which so many do, amazingly, spectacularly,
we are so back.
He might go for more money on the waivers just because people really do need tight ends.
And the name.
Yeah.
Just the familiarity with dominance.
The combination of everything, the need, the name, the loss of Tyreek, and the 2 touchdowns. It's like, oh, okay, we've got a new contender.
Yeah, I think he's worth a pretty aggressive spend, honestly. Just at the chance that he's super relevant for your roster. I had to move neighbors into my IR right there.
Nice.
We have Darren Waller. Are you interested in taking a shot on Theo Johnson at all, because the quarterbacks changed in New York? Theo Johnson, the young tight end, had a touchdown, 3 for 17. Mason Taylor, another rookie.
Yeah.
When you go beyond Darren Waller, where are you?
I think
Tonjes McBasketball.
It just sounds like
I don't remember his first name. Jake?
No one knows.
Jake Tonjes? I don't know.
No one knows.
No one knows.
I think that
It is Jake.
I think I might prefer Mason Taylor to Theo. But that's a toss-up right there.
Honestly, Tommy Tremble is a guy that
he'd be a spot start though.
Yeah,
while Jatavian is out for the Panthers.
It's just while Jatavian is out. Jatavian was starting to become someone that was like, hey, we can start him. Legette's been injured, and Jatavian Sanders was a young tight end kind of emerging. With him out of the way, now it's like Jatavian was still competing with Tommy Tremble. Now Tommy Tremble's by himself. He had 8 targets this last game. So if you I would put a waiver wire, like a free $0 bid on Tommy Tremble if you don't have a good option.
You cutting Njoku for any of those guys?
Not with this Tillman injury. Like that I mean, for Waller, sure, I'd take the shot because there's potential upside. I've got Njoku in several leagues on my bench, and I was totally ready to drop him. But now with Tillman being out, because right now the problem is Fannin, Tillman, Njoku, and Judy have been splitting all these targets, and it's just been one guy too many. And with Tillman out of the way, I think maybe Fannin and Njoku need another shot.
And under Darren Waller, my number 2 would be Brenton Strange, though, as he is accumulating targets. He hasn't had a breakout game, but 3 games, 45 yards or more in 3 of the 4 games, 7 targets the past 2 weeks. He is, and Travis Hunter is. When will he be phased in? to the offense.
And the Hunter thing is really tough because you're already frustrated with Brian Thomas Jr. So it's like step one of fixing the offense on our list of things for fantasy football is fixing Brian Thomas Jr. And then you're like, well, I got to do that, and then I've also got to get Travis Hunter involved. And that seems like maybe a distance to cover for Liam Cohen and the offense.
Keep his name out of your mouth.
Oh, you don't talk about Liam Cohen?
No.
Oh, man.
What's he going to do to me?
He's a big, tough guy.
He'll fight you.
Yeah.
Freaking launch pad.
He will.
Come at me, launch
He
pad.
will allow 4 grown
Come at
men
me.
to stand in his way while he claims that he wants to fight you.
Duval. It's me, Liam.
I'm not afraid of you, Launchpad.
Keep my name out your mouth. Duval.
All right, defensive pickups. If they're there, grab the Lions. They're going to absolutely turn the Bengals inside out this week. My pickup last week.
Did you ever? Andy didn't have Nickelodeon. Did you ever see Inside Out Boy on
No.
Nickelodeon when you were a kid?
No.
Wait, that's a real character?
It was like these shorts, claymation, and the story was the kid went over the bar on the swings.
Oh.
And so all of his skin turned inside out.
We always wondered what would happen.
That's what. Oh, Kyle already found the photo.
So all his bones are on the outside?
Yeah, you could see his bones and his organs.
Scary.
That's
all right.
what the Lions are going to do.
That's what they're going to do.
Aiden Hutchinson, which thank goodness it just seems like he got hit in the balls or
man.
something. He was down writhing, and then he just got the wind knocked out of him.
Last week I picked up the Cardinals defense for this week, which is
it's a good pickup.
If you have some room on your bench, look at the schedule for the following week and save the fab and grab somebody. But they play at home against Tennessee, who's averaging 12.8 points per game. Cardinals defense has actually been a good defense. They get Will Johnson back this week. The Cardinals should be able to make Cam Ward continue to look like Cam Ward.
Yep, and the Cleveland Browns.
Oh, it's a good one for the Browns, man.
It is. It's overseas, but Carson Wentz will take sacks. He will throw interceptions.
Their offensive line is so beat up.
Oh, my gosh, they're so devastated.
It seems like one of the
Frustrating.
lessons this year is that you need an offensive line.
It's a lesson that we forget because you get caught up in the hot, sexy players of like, oh, look at these wide receivers. And the teams that when they take a few years and they're just you feel boring and bland and they build up a dominant offensive line, it always pays dividends.
This
Penei
year, though,
Sewell, baby.
this year feels so much more extreme. Like it's always, we know the trenches, right?
The bad's been so bad.
The bad has been so bad. It's like it's basically like the best offensive linemen were hoarded by certain franchises, and then it's like, dadgummit, we've got no one to play offensive line. It's terrible. I'll throw out the Indianapolis Colts as well. Geno Smith been throwing the ball to the other team a lot.
Yeah.
They're going to be at home, and they've been playing pretty good ball. I think the Colts are a legit team.
I got one more, and it's both sides. Giants at Saints defense versus Giants. I think both work. Jackson Dart, young, potential mistakes.
Should be low scoring.
Low-scoring game. I think the Giants and the Saints both could work, and we'll talk quarterbacks in a moment. That was this week's Waiver Wire presented by Walmart. Who knew you could get what you need in as fast as an hour? Get free delivery on your first express delivery order with the code EXPRESS. Valid for first express delivery order, $50 minimum, subject to availability. Restrictions apply. I was able to get Malik in less than an hour. Don't like that?
No, I don't like that.
Full stream ahead.
Let me ask you this, Andy. If I offered you a third-round pick for Malik Neighbors right now, so you would basically just go.
Yeah, quick
you would
flip.
trade a fourth for a third, which 100% of people would do, right?
Yeah, you know what-
100% of everyone would trade a fourth for a third. Would you accept that trade?
Nope.
That's my point. That's what's upsetting. It's not that you got Malik. It's you gave up nothing.
I needed a keeper. That's why I did it.
Do you know who goes in the fourth round of our league? Which is like, you gave up
Jake Browning.
Goodness gracious.
All right, full stream ahead. Streaming quarterbacks this week.
I'm going to go with Brock Purdy. He's going
You better hope he plays.
That's my
yes.
Brock worry.
I know he didn't practice, but with his toe injury that he played through this last game, I wouldn't expect him to practice right now in the week anyways. Obviously, if he doesn't play, I'm not going to play him, but going to play against the Rams, he looked very good. He's got the Baker in him. Like, to me, he is...
Wait, he's got the Baker in him, and Baker has the dog in him?
Correct.
So he has Baker in him.
Correct.
Huh.
He's got...
You
He's got shades of Baker.
Brock has the Baker in him?
You're being too loosey-goosey here.
If you have the Baker, isn't that better than having the dog?
Maybe the candlestick maker. I don't know about Baker.
I like the reference. I don't like the joke.
Well, I don't like your reference.
No, I
fight.
genuinely think that Brock Purdy has a lot of what we love about Baker Mayfield.
Maybe a schnauzer.
You guys got to watch a little more. He is a tough guy. He just fights and he gets what he needs. Last time he was on the road against he did play through a toe injury.
He missed a week.
Thursday, right? Thursday game?
It is.
Yeah, and he's gotten it done. He's got 2 games so far this year. He's been over 20 fantasy points in both of those games. Last time he was on the road here, he threw for 303.
Is he going to be your quarterback this week, Jason?
He might be.
Yeah. We play each other this week.
Fantastic.
And I know he's on the waiver wire, and you've got the Dak Geno situation.
I will probably start Dak. Dak has been he looked so good. I almost made, if Brock doesn't play, Dak would be my stream of the week.
Jared Goff is my pick against the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati, 10.5-point road favorites. You can hit and miss with Goff all the time, but
we are currently on 1 hit.
Yeah, I mean you're at you mean on the year?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost a 30-point implied
they're putting
team
up
total.
they're putting up a bajillion points every week.
I like that they are willing to throw the ball on the 2, 3, 4 yard line. That is what I like, and Cincinnati has given up a ton of points to quarterbacks.
Despite Tyreek Hill's injury, I'm going to say I think off of the waiver wire, who's readily available, Tua is there. He's playing Carolina. We just saw, it appears the Carolina of 2 weeks ago, that was a mirage as the New England Patriots just took it to them. And the Panthers versus their season-long numbers versus quarterbacks, they look good, but like I said, but destroyed by Drake May. They rank 28th in yards per play allowed, and the Dolphins offense should be able to get it done against them.
All right, that'll do it. We also have some other suggestions there. Jackson Dart could be interesting. Sam Darnold's been getting it done if you need, 2 quarterback desperate play situation. I think Jackson Dart is somebody that we should probably talk about for 2 seconds here in terms of fab for long term, right? Our stream of the week is not the same thing as picking up somebody that could be good long term. Jackson Dart, we're interested because you run, man. We're interested because you run the football.
He was the quarterback 13 this last week, ran 10 times. So, that's always going to give you a nice fantasy baseline. He scrambled a lot. Some of the plays were called directly for him. His touchdown run was, just a straight drop back and go.
His biggest issue is the Saints. I'm that's fine. Like, I'd be willing to do it. But then you got Philly, at Denver, at Philly are the next 3 matchups for Dart. So if you're thinking about spending fab on him, if like a single quarterback, realize what the schedule is coming up for him.
That's fair.
All right, that'll do it for today's episode of the show, but we'll be back tomorrow. We got mailbag questions tomorrow, Thursday night preview. So we'll talk more about Brock Purdy and the 49ers-Rams game. Backup options on the show tomorrow, and who knows what else is going to happen between now and then.
You never know.
I got more fourths to trade. I still got 2 more, if you're interested.
Maybe you can go get other superstar future keepers.
Oh, Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of the Fantasy Footballers Podcast. Join our fantasy football community on jointhefoot.com and follow us on Twitter @TheFFBallers.